Hello Moonkaverit and welcome to my new video, and today we're gonna talk about job in Finland. Yes, that is real. That is real to get a job here. By the way, the sun is also a real thing here in Finland, finally. So I'm gonna share my story, how I got my first job in Finland without actually speaking Finnish. So I'm gonna share some tips and maybe links that probably will be useful for those who are now studying, who are now students and are planning to find a job in Finland and to move to Finland. So let's go. Number one, be active in all university activities and events that the university is providing, because that's actually how I found my job, my first job in Finland when I was 19, if I remember correctly. So this one may seem obvious for you guys, but it is true. You need to say yes to all of the opportunities and all of the projects that are going around you, because that may bring useful connections. Like networking is the most important thing, I think, in every country, and that's how you start to grow your network, by participating in the projects, by talking to entrepreneurship societies. We're gonna talk about that later. So start to grow your network from the first year of the university and say yes to all projects, because maybe after completing one project you may receive an offer. Number two, search for some internships and practices already from the beginning of the first year of studies. Because, for example, in Finnish universities, it is a must-have that you pass 2 internships during your studies, and they don't have to be paid, but you need to find a good place for internship. And if you start doing that already from the first year, from the beginning your studies, you may get much more people. You may start to grow your network already from the first year. That is really like a must-have. Next one, websites. For example, the website Jobs in Finland, where you can find a lot of vacancies that are posted in English, where you don't need Finnish. So just go and search it, and there are different spheres, so it's not only in marketing. The website that I was using the most when I was looking for a job is the Hub, because that is the website where all the startups in Finland are posting their jobs, their places. For me as a young student or young person, it was interesting to work in a startup, because that's where you can grow fastly, where you can have a lot of experience. It's just much more faster than the big company. And the Hub was the place where I was searching the job. And LinkedIn, of course, the biggest marketplace, if you want, where you can find all the job opportunities, but it's not that easy to get a job through auto-sending LinkedIn resumes to the companies, or through just, I don't know, liking posts and creating a nice LinkedIn page. That is not working like that in LinkedIn, and I will tell you why. Because first of all, you need to create a LinkedIn profile before you even apply somewhere, and you need to make it nice, you need to make it pretty. Yes, it's like kind of your digital image, if you want, digital professional image. If Instagram was working as a digital image for you and your friends and just some usual followers, and LinkedIn is working like digital image of you, but digital professional one. So it's the professional network where you talk about work, business, I don't know, education, all of those topics. And in this profile, you need to clarify your education, your work experience, and not just describing, I was working as a marketer. No, that is wrong, if I should say, because you need to describe like your concrete skills or the concrete projects that you were participating in, and describe what you were doing in those projects. Not just, I was working as a marketer. No, that is not telling me anything about your work, about your skills and work experience. You need to describe as much as possible, and you need to include as many details as possible. What is also good on the LinkedIn profile is to have recommendations from people that you already worked with or studied with. So if, for example, you are still studying, which of course I think you are now if you're watching this video, it would be good if a teacher also could give you a recommendation or just some note in this section about how good student you are. So it's good to collect those testimonials from people that you're working with. What I also think is useful is to attach all the certificates and course certificates, everything that you passed. For example, when I had more free time, I was trying to pass as many courses as possible in Google Academy or HubSpot Academy, and I was attaching those certificates on my page. So if you will go to my LinkedIn profile, which I will leave the link in the description down below, you can see that there are some certificates. Some certificates have expiration date, some of them not, so just pass as many courses as possible and attach everything to your page. So in the end, your LinkedIn profile should be very detailed, very concrete, telling about you as a person and telling about your skills that you have as a person and that you have professionally. The next thing is a CV. CV usually should be not more than one page. Nobody would read it if it's more or if it's longer than one page. Nowadays, CVs, I think it is almost must have to have a photo on it, because suddenly person visualize you and see who you are. Well, I guess you all know what you need to include in the CV, but just make it as concrete as possible, but not longer than one page. It is all clear with the CV, we all know how to write it, but what comes to the resume or with the motivation letter, however you want to call it, these should be prepared specifically for the company that you are applying to. For example, when I was applying to a job, I was spending more than one hour on the motivational letter, like why I want to apply exactly to this company, what I can bring to them, why they should hire me, because these letters are very, very targeted to one company. So it's better that you spend 2-3 hours and send only 2 applications than you will have one resume which is standard cliche words from internet, everybody knows them, and you will send it to 100 companies. It's better that you spend 3 hours and send 2 of them, then you spend 100 and nobody will respond to these 100 letters. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to analyze the company and analyze the brand first, what you could bring to them, why they should have you as a person in their company, and only after that you can start and write a proper motivational letter. That's what I was doing. So first I was spending some time to analyze all of the social media, all of the channels, websites, and etc., even people, even LinkedIn profiles of people in that company before even starting to write the letter. And I'm of course talking about marketing, about the social media, analyzing the websites, because I wanted to job in marketing and that's what I need to know about the social media of the brand that I'm applying to. Anyway, if you're applying to the company, you need to know what is kind of have an insight of what is inside of the company, what are the people, what they are doing, what is their missions, I don't know. So you need to make a deep analysis before applying. And then you can make specific letter with already some ideas, proposals, or I don't know, thoughts about the work, about the role, about the things that you can bring to that company. And in my opinion, this letter, it shouldn't be too much informal and filled with these cliche words. That is boring. Like, people don't want to read these cliche words and like official letters. No, they want to see you as a person through the letter. So you need to deliver as much as possible through that one page, not more than one page, because again, nobody would read, even open the letter if it's 2 pages. Let's go to the next point, which is startup events and Slush. Slush, I guess, is the biggest startup event in Helsinki, which is every year, I guess, in the autumn time. Honestly, I've never been in Slush events, unfortunately. Well, once in the after party only. But it is a really great opportunity just to network, to grow your network and to meet more people. It does not guarantee you that after visiting a Slush event you will have a job or you will have an offer. No, that is not working like that. At least you can communicate with people, network, and have more friends. And the same with Duuni days in universities, which is more like a Finnish thing. If Slash is more international startup event, then these Duuni days are more like in Finnish language, or there are more Finnish companies on this exhibition. This is usually the exhibition that is going on in the universities, where students have the opportunity to like go ask questions to some companies about the job, about, I don't know, everything. And that is also a good place to find some useful connections. Also, a life hack that helped me, I'm thinking so that it helped me to get a job, is that when I was writing a letter or applying or filling the form, before that I searched for HR person in that company. So I searched for his or her name, and I was writing a letter personally to that HR. So my letters was not like, hi, hello, dear Mr. just no name. No, my letters were targeted to specific people, so to show that I'm really interested in working in your company, so that I already know some people there, I already know the HR person. That is kind of creating a connection with that HR person, maybe, who knows, but I use that technique. But of course you need to find those people who you're writing to, their full names and surnames, and maybe in your letter try to insert something that relates to that person. I don't know, whatever it could be. The next one is, it is really important how you look in digital. Like, believe me, if the person wants to hire you, then he or she will go and check all of your social media. That's now how it works. And if your social media are not that in order, or you have something that is not maybe good for work life, let's say, or for corporate, for your colleagues, then it's better to have, for example, private Instagram account or something like that. And that's why if you have something private, it's better to not show. For example, if I have the private TikTok, I'm not attaching my TikTok to the CV, because this TikTok is just for fun. It's not like something informative, useful and stuff like that. But I will definitely attach my YouTube channel, I would definitely attach my LinkedIn profile, so something that is professional. And it's really important how you look like in the social media, because nowadays it's just your image. People only can judge you based on the social media and based on the content that you're making there. Another one, which is also one of my favorite, is community. Try to find a community that relates to your sphere. There are a lot of communities in Finland, and of course I'm participating in one of it. It's FSM Marketers. It's not an ad, it's just honestly a good community for marketers in Finland. So if you want to join that one, I will also leave the link below. If you want to get a job in marketing, maybe, who knows, it will help. This community can help you, because we are regularly posting there some vacancies, jobs, I don't know, any opportunities. I guess there are also a lot of communities in the IT sphere or something like that. These online communities will help you to grow the network and to maybe start doing some projects together. As I mentioned, social media matters a lot nowadays. And maybe if you have the wish, if you like to be on the social media, it is good to try to make as much content as possible. Try to make the most out of the social media, because who knows, it could help you to find a job in the future. Because I never knew that my Russian YouTube channel could bring me any opportunities, but it did. In reality, I got several offers just because of my YouTube channel, that people were writing, hey, we really like your YouTube channel, come work with us, it's about blah blah blah. You never know how your social media or your publicity could help you in the future. But of course, I'm telling that as a blogger, as an influencer, but of course I know that there are people that don't like to be in the social media, but just at least make it in order, make it look good. And now, as I promised, my story, how I got my first job. So remember, the first advice that I give in the beginning of this video is to say yes to all opportunities. And in the university, there was just a newsletter, like you know, the newsletter that is sent to everyone. And for example, they send a newsletter to all international business students of the year 2019, something like that, to participate in the project, which is very niche project, let's say. So it's e-commerce brand located in Lappeenranta. So you get, you know, like really small city and really small shop. But I was like, why not? I just have studies, I don't have work, I could try. So I started to do that project, and it seems like that out of 30 people, nobody has completed except me, or maybe 2 more girls, but they didn't finish it up to the very end. So I decided to finish it. Of course, there were like some tasks. I got a teacher who was my mentor, who was like giving me tasks and like asking for my help. And I was doing that project for 1.5 months, I guess. And then after completion, I got an offer like, would you like to work with us? Because they just liked my ideas and the work I did. So when I was starting these projects, I was like, I just want to have 2 or 3 more credits to my university studies, and that's it. I was not even thinking that it could be paid or it could turn into real work, because I was in the 2nd year of the study. So I was like not in a hurry to get a job, but it came to me. So, but I was enjoying doing that work because it was in marketing. So my first job was in marketing sphere, and I'm still working in that sphere and has already 4 years of experience. You never know what these small opportunities, small events in your life could bring you. Actually, one more advice. Try to communicate with teachers as much as possible, because teachers in Finland, they are not only teachers. Most of them have their own business or side business or part-time job, something like that. And the teacher was my mentor in the university. He was having his side business as a marketing agency, and that's where I got my first job. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I hope that it was useful for you, and let me know in the comments below what was the most useful life hack that you knew from this video. And if you know some people that are students and looking for a job in Finland, you can forward them this link. So thank you very much. Moi moi!